Hi guys, Jay Smith here, down at Bury Golf Range in Suffolk. Welcome to winter. Sporting the bobble today, keep the old head warm. Not blessed with follicle growth, I am. So anyway, welcome to the continuation of the series of the Mizuno JPX MP kind of idea. And I'm going to start with MMC first. That was my first shot with MMC. So MMC out of the MP20 range. I've got a video on my channel. If you want to pop up, probably up there, our little link card. If you want to go see that one, by all means, check it out. I won't go into too much detail when it comes to the MMC. If you want to know in depth, yeah, that's what that's for. But very quickly overview, MMC is the multi-material side of the MP range. You've got the MP20 blade, the MMC, the multi-material, and then the HMB, which is the hollow, yada yada. So MMC, you've got titanium in the back, a tungsten in the toe. So basically, after doing lots and lots of little testing on it, and we'll go do that, the interesting bit afterwards, this is going to help you if you like to deviate slightly toe bound. How much will be up to you as the case of how much toe you want to hit something. Bear in mind that the tungsten or any kind of golf club can help a certain amount. If you're going to override that, that's completely different anyway. So this is going to be the copper underlay idea. So it's going to be the nicest feeling potentially out of both of them. That one was nicely on target. I got FSX on the floor and also FSX mobile capturing, so hopefully you'll be able to see on the screen where these go. But first shot was nicely on target and feels really actually, well, it's an MP, and it's an MP copper coated. A bit different to the old MP18, which this one supersedes. And we pulled that one. It's not the worst shot in the world. Feelings, sounds coppery like. Whatever that is. No, it is a much more softer, deadened noise than the JPX. The JPX being kind of half chromoly, then half into standard 1025E when it comes to the range. You do get slightly two different audible noises from the JPX. We'll go into that one straight after. But yeah, if you're going to hit somewhere near the middle, you've got a decent strike on it. The MP20 is going to sound lovely. The MP20 blade sounds the nicest. Then you've got the MMC, probably sounds the next, and then the HMB sounds a fraction more clicky because it is hollow. But yeah, the lofts wise, 32 degrees in this 7-iron and 31 degrees in the other 7-iron. So there's 1 degree of loft difference. Be interesting to see what difference actually makes. Out the bottom, I'm going to suffer with a little bit of distance. I mean, how was that one? Actually, it was out the bottom, but it was actually quite a bit toey as well. So MMC, the tungsten's in the toe. So that actually felt okay to me. I felt the bottom part of it. I didn't really feel the toe that much. And by the looks of it, it was quite a bit. I'll chuck on the screen exactly how far out the toe that was. But that performed well. It was on target. It's lost a bit of distance because obviously it's low toe. But yeah, we'll do the screen mapping, the forgiveness things afterwards, because that's quite an interesting part to my reviews, which I'm going to start doing more of, because it gives you guys an idea how forgiving or not these things really are. So what we're going to do, we're going to pop over now to the JPX921 Forged. Right, as if by magic, JPX921 Forged, 7-iron, 31 degrees. And then got the MP20 MMC, 7-iron, 32. So 1 degree loft difference. Chromoly face in the 4-7. Forged chromoly face, when you got the 8 to gap wedge of this set, goes to standard 25E. Reason being because as soon as you add loads of loft, you stop getting you get more of a glancing blow, so you stop using or utilising the springy loveliness of chromoly. So yeah, slight difference in sound between the range. Let's go hit this one. We've just done the MMC, so that's going to feel lovely and soft. Yeah, there's a slight difference in audible crack, shall we say? I wouldn't say it's cracky, but there is a definite audible difference between the two. Which one would I prefer to hit? MMC, yes, all day long, being absolutely honest, because of the copper underlay of the MMC makes it feel so much nicer. Looks between them, I mean, if you were to actually look between both of these, you've got the Top lines, I mean, JPX921, quite a thin top line. I'll see if I can get the Mizuno bits and pieces on there, because that gives you quite a good understanding of what the differences or little differences in top line there are between these two, or visually anyway. And then when it comes to sole, MMC has it, definitely MMC has it for the slight thinner profile. And then head length, yeah, next to no difference at all. MMC's chrome though, where obviously the JPX921 is not so much chrome. It's a little bit more satin-like. So let's go give it another hit. I mean, it's fine. I mean, you can't complain. I mean, it doesn't offend ears at all. There's plenty of golf clubs out there which offend ears, and these are definitely not one of them. Do I prefer the deadness of the MMC? Of course, yes. Yeah, I do. Because they sound very much like my blades. But I could definitely see people going to these which want a bit more player's look, because they do look nice, and there's not much offset on these whatsoever. Very, very similar, if anything, to the MP20. It's just a little bit more help. Just a little bit more help. As I say, I've got the full video on my channel, should you wish to go have a look. And if someone gave me a set of these, I wouldn't be upset by no stretch of imagination. They are going to perform exceptionally well. Or I have noticed the difference sometimes in tests before with these, is the spin rates are slightly lower. So we'll have to go do that test now. Anyway, let's go do that. Let's go hit a load of shots now on my quad in the custom fitness studio. Then we'll do the forgiveness thing after that, because that's a very interesting test where we face map as such how forgiving these things really are, and necessarily because remember, that's got tungsten in the toe, this has got the old power frame in the toe. These are designed for people that want to hit towards the toe as a miss hit, so it'd be interesting to see just exactly how well or not these perform. So after hitting a lot of shots with the MP20 MMC and the JPX921 Forged, remember there's 1 degree of loft difference between these guys, that's it, 1 degree, but there is a little bit of difference, but we'll come to that when we do this. Let's do MP20 MMC first, did that one first anyway, so let's just start off with that one. I've got the FSXPC behind me, so I'm going to reel off the information. So ball speed wise, 123.5 miles an hour, that is, for the MMC, 18.4 degrees of launch. Baby tiny little draws, yes, little, I mean 0.4 right and 94, yeah, you wouldn't even see it, so it's basically fairly straight on average this is. And then 6,121 RPM of spin, so 6.1, so it's spinning okay considering it's a 32 degree 7-iron. My 7-iron is 34, so it will generally speaking spin a fraction more. But peaking up at 36, so it's descending at 48.9. It is a very, very good, decent descent angle. Anything over 45 degrees, guys, you will control that into most, if not any, summer green. Not unless it's like concrete, might be difficult then. But yeah, so 0.3 left on average. Again, you can see there, I'm hitting target pretty well today. I've got one over there, and I say it scrolls through the top, but I had one over there, it was not the greatest shots, 12 yards offline. Not a robot, but that's what I did. And then, so 174, it's carrying 174. It is quite punchy there for an MP, the old MMC. My blades, 2 degrees weaker, normally is in the 160s. So you can see there, that extra 2 degrees is making that little bit of difference into the 170s. So let's go club head data. 93.4. So I average between 93 and 94 miles an hour as a general rule, and yep, today 93.4. Smash factor, efficiency, depends if foresight or TrackMan, but 1.32, 3.8 degrees down, 1.6 on the inside, 1.7 degrees closed. 27 degrees of a dynamic loft, and then 1 mil toe, 4 mil low on the strike. Bearing in mind, guys, this is the MMC, which does prefer slightly toey shots. I just wanted to highlight one shot, and it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 shots up from the bottom. Gives you an idea how well these things work. I caught this one 12 mil toe, 4 mil low, so in half an inch off effective middle, off the middle, or geometric middle, should I say, because obviously it's dot orientated, and yeah. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's go to the ball data of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There you go. Carrier 176. Wow, that's improved. That is impressive. Considering I hit that one obviously 12 mil away from middle, and that is carried 2 yards further than the average. Now, okay, the average is going to be influenced by missed strikes and stuff like that. Of course they are, but that is how impressive putting a lump of tungsten into a toe placement of an MP iron. That is potentially how forgiving these things are. Now, okay, if you're going to hit outdoors the heel, we'll go into that on the forgiveness side of things. If you're going to do that, it's not going to necessarily work as well. But anyway, let's go over to the JPX921 Forged ball data first, so we can compare. Ball speed 125.4, so I'm getting 2 miles an hour out of it more than the MMC. Okay, one part of that is the fact that it's 1 degree stronger, but also with the chromoly face. 18.7 degrees of launch, which is within 0.3, I think, of the MMC, so next to no difference whatsoever. Tiny little, well, it's a 0.9, right? So basically starting on target, and yeah. But 5.3 spin, 5,256, which is basically nearly 1,000 RPM less than the MMC for 1 degree difference, which is interesting. It is a common trait that I'm finding now that the JPX921 Forged does spin lower. Now, it will have something to do with the chromoly face, definitely, but it is gaining a little bit more distance, as you'll see. So we've got 5,300 RPM of spin, peaking out at 48.7. So it's still peaking exceptionally well because it's going at 38 yards in the air. 38 yards in the air, and I'm not trying to hit it high. I mean, you can see there about halfway up for about 41 yards, 43 yards. I can get up there if I want to. So I'm kind of hitting certain shots in here, then I'll hit the odd occasional shot just to sort of see what I can, to showcase necessarily if I can move it, etc. And it will go higher. That's the impressive thing with these. You've still got headroom if you need. Yes, so, and then it's 181. So between 174 and 181. That's 7 yards. That doesn't come from 1 degree. What was the ball data like? The club data, sorry. 93.4. Exactly the same. Exactly the same as the MMC. So there you go. On average, I'm swinging at exactly the same speed. So it's not, so no changes in ball data. So ball performance is coming from anything to do with how fast I'm swinging it. 1.34 now when it comes to efficiency. Remember, chromoly face with a bit more spring and also 1 degree difference in loft. Again, it's only 1 degree, but it's making a little bit difference in efficiency. 3 degrees down, 1.9 from the inside, and then half degree shut. 26 degrees. Now, if it's 26 degrees of dynamic loft and there's 1 degree difference, so 25.7 plays 26.7. There's your 1 degree. It's like being robotic, isn't it? But then, yeah, okay, we'll look at the strikes on it. 1 mil toe, 6 mil low. I generally gravitate as a miss, slightly low on the face. It's a safe place to hit. Never gravitate high because it's heavy, fat, chunks. No one likes chunks. Doesn't go anywhere, but slightly low ones do. So let's do the compare screen quickly. You can see there the difference visually between the blue and the red, blue being the Forged, red being the MMC. You can see there that there is a slight difference in carry distance, slight ball speed increase, slight spin reduction, and there's a slight deviation left and right, bigger miss with the Forged over the MMC. Let's go by club data, just so you can see exactly the same club head speed, 1 degree difference in dynamic loft, which is the 1 degree static anyway. Dynamic lies still exactly the same. The face angle's slightly different when it comes to the Forged, but then paths very, very similar and tack angles very, very similar. So you can see that it's the dynamics of the head necessarily, which is giving you that difference in spin. Right, let's go by the forgiveness side of things, and you'll be able to see, here we go, up on the screen. Considering the MMC, MP20 MMC, is supposed to be more of the player's idea. And then the JPX921 Forged is for the JPX people. It's for the more game improvement on. But although when you look at the difference between the specifications of top lines and stuff like that, there's very little in it. The JPX is a little bit more forgiving. You can see there by the forgiveness numbers on there, but it is quite a small change. The MMC with that tungsten in the toe, it doesn't like heel shots. HMB will be much more potentially forgiving over the broader part of the face near the middle, but the MMC with that tungsten works very, very well off the toe. So if you guys are hitting shots, and when hopefully you're getting fit or you're having your lessons and stuff like that with a system like Foresight GC Quad or GC2 HMT, something that can measure head data, you get an idea where your strike pattern is and where your miss point is. And if you are missing towards the toe, well, the JPX921 Forged and the MMC, the MP20 MMC, is a distinct possibility for you guys. Obviously, if you're using more of the face, then you can go into something like a Hot Metal or Hot Metal Pro, definitely. But if you did want that smaller profile, that smaller look, the chromed look, and you do deviate towards the toe, definitely give the MMC a try. So anyway, hope you guys liked it. If you did, little button down there, click down there, yeah, and also subscribe, little one in there, the little red button, click that, and next to it, little bell icon. If you can click that one as well, that'll let you know next time I upload another video. So hope you're well, can't wait for the summer, and we'll see you again soon.